Have you ever approached a girl, opened up a conversation with her, and then had no idea what to say? If you have, today I'm going to be sharing with you 2 exercises that will help you to never, ever run out of things to say when you approach a girl. Now, if you're new here, I'm a pickup coach. My name is Sebastian, and I share my pickup experience with guys all over YouTube. Today's topic is very important because I constantly see men struggle with this thing. They simply do not know how to progress from the open into actually developing an attraction and then leading a conversation. So if you're struggling with this, don't worry. Pretty much every single guy that goes into pickup at one point or another struggles with the same issue. So today I decided to share this video with you and give you 2 exercises that you can do at home to develop your ability to never run out of things to say when you actually go out and you approach women. Now, these 2 exercises I pretty much do with every single client that tells me that they struggle with this issue. And the first exercise is called one topic conversation. So first, you want to start doing this exercise at home. You want to choose a specific topic to talk about, and I want you to attempt to talk about this topic for 1 minute. Now, until you feel comfortable with doing that with different topics, I don't want you to do anything else. Now, once you've actually done this at home and you're comfortable with talking about a single thing for a minute without pausing, without running out of things to say, I want you to take this exercise and use it out in the field. That means approaching girls. So once you approach a girl, I want you to again choose a specific topic and talk to this random girl about that topic for 1 minute. Now, this could include absolutely anything. You could talk about traveling. You could talk about different kinds of food. You could talk about a place that you visited that you really liked and you share the story with her. You could even tell her a funny story from your past. Whatever it is, you want to talk about a single thing for 1 minute. Now, you're probably thinking, you're crazy, why would I ever do this? Well, first of all, most of you guys are consuming a lot of information from different pickup coaches. When you approach a girl, you've got all this information and you lack focus. Another thing is you're probably nervous because you don't actually approach a lot of girls consistently, which means that again, you cannot focus on this interaction because you're in your own head. So the point of the exercise is to actually help you to focus on a single thing and let you just speak freely. You can literally talk about absolutely anything. Just choose a single topic and see if you can actually do this. This is a very fun exercise and this will actually help you to focus on a conversation. And again, this is an exercise. This is not to help you pick up that specific girl. This is to help you to actually develop your communication skills so that you don't stop after you're open. If you do this enough, it's very effective and you're not going to be running out of things to say about specific topics because you're actually going to start to think very creatively because you're going to have to force yourself to talk about something that potentially is very bland for a whole minute. And if you master the minute, then you can go to 2 minutes and see if you can talk about a specific topic for 2 minutes straight. Okay, the second exercise is something that I use pretty much in every single one of my infields that you have seen of me, if you have seen any. If you haven't, I recommend you check on my infields playlist because there's a lot of content on there and a lot of breakdowns that are going to help you to develop your skills of women. The exercise is called the observation and assumption exercise. This one you can do when you're either sitting at home and watching a film, or you can do this when you're actually out in the field and you're approaching women. So if you're doing this at home and you're doing it by watching a movie, what I want you to do is to pause a movie when you see a woman in the scene. Now, once you pause the movie, you want to make an observation and an assumption about the woman based on her appearance, based on her style, based on her hair, based on the way that she was walking, based on her accent. What can you observe? What can you assume about that woman? With this exercise, you're going to be training yourself to actually observe and make assumptions that you can add to a conversation to make the conversation more interesting. You see, what most men do in an interaction when they are just beginning in game is they do a pretty good open that they've memorized, Once they do that, they go into questions. That's not specifically a bad thing if you've got experience, if you can ask interesting questions, if you've got great body language, and if you feel completely comfortable in the situation. And you're able to use the answers from the questions to make assumptions about the girl that you can use to tease the girl with, or that you can potentially add to. When you're just beginning, what most guys do is, they ask a question, the girl will give an answer, they'll ask another question, another question, another question, and it's kind of uncomfortable to watch, and it's uncomfortable to be a part of. I'm gonna give you first a bad example, and then I'm gonna give you a good example of an observation and an assumption. So a bad example would be, I like your red coat. That must mean that your favorite color is red. That assumption is very boring and it's very much based in reality. What you want to do with your observations and assumptions is to take yourself out of reality and to say something slightly absurd and maybe a little bit more funny. So here is an example of a good assumption. I like your red coat. Makes you look a little bit feisty. But then again, your face is kind of saying to me that you've never done anything bad. See how that observation and assumption is a lot more interesting and more fun for the girl? And now she can start to qualify herself. And because you've made an assumption about her personality, that maybe she hasn't done anything bad in her life, maybe that she's, just this goody two-shoes, she can now invest into the conversation, and now you can ask her about all the fun things that she's done so that she can disprove your opinion of her, that she might look really fun, but that she might be really boring. So you're also using the push-pull technique in this observation and assumption. Now, all of these things also depend on your delivery and your vibe. So if you're feeling very nervous when you do this, it's probably not gonna work. That is why you need to do anxiety release exercises. If you don't know any and you feel a lot of anxiety when you approach girls, I'm gonna link a video to help you with that at the end of this one, so check it out before you attempt to do this exercise in field. Now I want you to repeat these exercises until you become totally free in your mind to talk about absolutely anything and to make assumptions that are fun and that are interesting. So that's it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, then I want you to leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought about this video, and if you have any other ideas for future videos, because I make these for you and I want to give you the content that you want to watch. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.